朋友睇唔到添，即係我講嘅。嚟緊呢幾個 pattern 咧，我好快用中文講一次，然之後我先至轉英文啦，即係 in case， 即係我希望嗰啲中文或者會有少少幫助。頭一個咧叫 singleton， 換句話講咧，呢一個 class 咧只可以有一個 object 嘅啫。咁我哋就會睇下，可能有一啲情況咧係需要，即係成個 class 唔可以有多個 object 都唔定嘅喎。OK， so let's look at our first creational pattern. Well, the first one that we're going to study called singleton. Singleton, it means just single instance. It's good enough. We don't want more. And what's the problem? Well, in some case, maybe we would only need to have one instance. For example, if you are running several applications, each application should log the activities, okay? And if you want to log them to the same file, okay? And if they each try to create a separate file with the same name, same path, then it won't work. And if we create several files, maybe the several applications are related. We want all their messages to go to one file. So this file logging application, I can only have one instance because, but several clients, several applications may be logging information there. Okay, so this is why. So to allow that to happen, inside the solution, there will be an actual private, there will be a private constructor, okay? Private, it means only the objects can call it itself. No one from outside can call it. So this prevents bad, or some people by bad intention, or they forgot that this is should be a singleton. So the constructor, you make it private, so no one else can call it. And then you give them a public method called getInstance. Then that getInstance will replace the new that the clients would use. The getInstance, they can get the single object that is needed. For example, I have a logger, a testing program. I want to log. Then I go to this logger factory and call its getInstance. It then return the object, and then from this point on, my client can log messages. Okay, and even multiple logging clients can be using the same same instance to log to the same file, and the result is you can check all the activities in one place. It's better than in several places. So that's why you only need one instance. So, and this logger test will be our client in this case. So it would get at a factory, and it's called get logger, okay? Instead of get instance, that's fine too. You can call it get something, whatever. And then after that, I can do logging. And so how does the file logger implement that? After it get a get logger call, okay, I guess the name doesn't match right here, okay? 有個 typo 啦 ，okay? This get file logger should be the same as this, okay? So first, I would have this logger as a local variable. Initially, it will be null. And if it's null, that means no one called a get logger before, then I would create this, and this will be a private method to create the file, let's say, and it returned the logger, and someone, if someone called the log function, then I would use the logger to output the file, okay? And what if someone else, the second person, tried to call this, then this logger will be defined. It will not be null, okay? Then it won't call the new file logger again. Then it will just return this, return the file logger created before. So that can prevent it from creating multiple instances of the file logger, like logging to the same file. That would be undesirable, because we want all the clients to save to one file. Okay, so this is the situation. Like we only need one instance, and we need, that's a singleton pattern is useful for that. So this is just to warm up, to give you warm up. Of course, later pattern will be slightly more complex, but this is a very simple case. This is our first design pattern that we learned. Another slightly more complex creational pattern is called factory method. The factory method would look after creating objects for you, but there may be several objects that you need. So the factory method would capture all the logic to create those objects in one place. So, and anyone who, the clients would just call that method to create an object, okay? Of course, it may be called get ABC or get something something, okay? So it will try to get the object. And what's the consequence? All the clients will call the same method as long as they want this type of object. If they want a logger, then they would call get logger, okay? That means multiple clients would be calling the same method. The good thing is the logic will be much simpler, okay? Let's take a look at this situation. So that is without the factory method. Without the factory method, the client will need to decide, am I creating a console logger, or am I creating a file logger? What is the console logger? If your system is to be monitored by operators, if something may be urgent or during daytime, some operator would be monitoring the operation, then maybe you would log to the console logger. But let's say 8 o'clock in the evening, when people go home, you may switch the logging to file logger, so that, because an operator go home, if there's nothing serious, then they can wait till tomorrow morning. The operator comes in, would check the file, and then need to do whatever to fix small problems. If there's very important problems, then maybe the client can actually page, can make a call to notify the on-call operator, okay? But otherwise, it will just log the things in the file logger. But during daytime, maybe we want it to show up in the operator console. If we do not have the factory method, then the client will have to make the decision, okay? So if this decision-making code will appear in more than one places, then it will make programs harder to read, harder to write, and also harder to maintain. But let's say you create a factory and the client will call it, okay? And the factory will decide whether to switch to the console or to switch to the file, okay? And because now we see that there is a log call using this interface, because both classes will be implementing the interface. So the logger can call the log function and it would go to the correct one correctly. OK， 嗱呢一方面嘅 O 大家應該識啦，即係喺個 interface 嗰度咧有一個 log 嘅 method 啦，然之後有兩個 class 係 implement 呢個 interface 啦，咁然之後個 client 咧就可以佢 create 咗一個 object， 可能係其中一個。佢 call log 嘅時候咧，佢就會自動係可以即係 resolve 到係用 console 嗰個 log 啊，呢個係用 file 嗰個 log 啊。咁呢個就係一個 interface 嘅好最基本嘅用途啦。咁 so this way this is a sequence diagram of the client. Get logger, it returns a logger. Well, first it has to create it, and then it returns the logger. Oh, actually, the factory actually keeps the logger, and now the client, when the client call log, the message, it will go to the correct one automatically. 嗱，唔好俾嗰個名混亂咗大家喎。即係呢度講叫做 get logger 啦，之前嗰個singleton 嘅 method 咧都係類似，又係叫做 get logger、get file logger。咁所以純粹用名本身咧，我哋其實未必係話得到俾我哋聽，我哋係用緊singleton 啦，抑或係factory method。但係你記住 singleton 個分別咧就係 singleton 咧就係我會做一個 checking 就係個 object create 咗未，咁然之後咧，我只係容許佢即係有一個 create 嘅啫。咁但係factory method 就我哋呢度睇到係冇 singleton 呢一樣嘢嘅，即係呢度 for example right here someone called get logger. I would not try to see because I do not have a single variable to store the logger, okay? In the previous one, I have a variable to see whether I have been called before. The get logger has been called before. If it's not, then I would do the new. But in this case, I do new in both cases. So I'll create. So that's how from the code I know this is not singleton, because if you call it multiple times, you got multiple new objects. And you can see that is file logging enabled. Maybe this is due to some properties file and 呢個位聞到煙味㗎，好奇怪，係咯。都唔緊要啦，都唔會死嘅應該。唔知係咪有人匿埋咗喺某啲位咧？即係 I know it's not you. Okay, somewhere else got air, got ventilation. Originally, imagine if we do not have this factory method, that means every client they would need to execute these steps to see whether file logging is enabled. If it's enabled, then it call new something something, new file logger. If it's not enabled, it call new console logger. So you know that the idea of factory method is to make the logic all in one place so that other people just call the method, and this decision will be here. 如果冇呢一個 factory method 嘅時候咧，你會 imagine 咧，每一個 client 咧，佢都有一段咁樣嘅 code。如果每一個 client 都有一段咁嘅 code 嘅時候咧，個問題就嚟啦。假設如果呢一度有啲咩 update 嘅時候咧，你就要揾晒所有嘅 client 有機會用過呢一段 code 嘅 client 都要 update。如果你 update 漏咗咧，咁就唔 work。但係而家由於有咗呢一段嘢咧 ，OK， 咁就嗰個我哋只需要改一度地方，就已經可以嗰個 software 係好 reliable 咁樣咧去 make 嗰個 decision。所以你睇到咧，譬如如果我哋個 software 我哋只係得一個 client， 淨係得一個 client 要做一樣嘢嘅時候，即係佢要做呢一樣嘢，咁你可能你會有一個取捨，我可能諗下好唔好就呢一個 client call 呢段曲一次，咁然之後咧就變咗唔用 factory method 啦，即係而家我嗰個 client 自己做埋喺個 factory method 入邊提供嘅嘢，咁呢個係好定唔好咧？呢個係一個取捨嘅決定咯。嗱，因為假設你嗰個 client 如果將來有多過一個地方 call 呢一段曲咧，你都會有呢一個嘅問題，你需要處理啦。同埋咧，又或者如果你有幾個 client 嘅時候咧，咁呢一個又會變咗複雜啦。咁所以其實我哋用唔用呢啲嘅 design pattern 咧，有時係一個嘅取捨嚟嘅嚇。如果我哋通常如果用咗佢嘅時候咧，當你嘅 program 係變大變複雜嘅時候咧，通常嗰啲係容易去 update 啊，容易去改啦嚇。咁但係咧，有可能最簡單嘅曲咧，其實係唔用呢啲 design pattern 嘅。咁所以呢啲係一啲嘅取捨嚟嘅嚇。咁and then let's look at our last。So far 呢一度有冇問題啊？有冇問題？冇問題啊嘛，即係 factory method， 我哋將所有嘅 creation 嘅 logic 搬咗喺個 factory 嗰度 ，OK。After this part, let's move on to abstract method, factory method. Abstract factory method, you create another level above the factory method. Let's see if I have. So let's look at factory method again. Client method create two concrete classes that implement that. But in the case of abstract method, we have more. We have a lot more. Okay. Abstract factory 係點樣用嘅咧？就係我哋而家嗱 factory method 咧就係我哋需要 create 幾個唔同嘅 object， 譬如正話講有 file logger 啊，有 console logger 啊，又或者如果有人陀 call 機嘅，或者有 pager logger 啊，或者 cell phone logger， 即係假設你 message 去嗰個 on call 個 operator 部手機嗰度咁樣，你 message 去，咁你可以叫嗰個做即係 mobile logger 咁樣，可能有幾個 objects 去揀去 create， 咁呢個就係放喺個 factory method 嗰度。但係假設我哋而家係唔止係幾個，而係 multiple families of 幾個。咩叫 multiple families 咧？舉一個例子就係我而家當係 create 緊一個 UI。Let's suppose we're creating a GUI. You know, on a GUI we have push button, we have entry field, we have radio button, we have checkboxes, okay? And so suppose each of this item I can call a method to create it, okay? So I call a method. If I only have to deal with one type of system, let's say Windows system, then a factory method will be sufficient. But suppose I also want to do it on Mac computers。咁可能 Mac computers 嘅 button 同 Windows 嘅 computers 嘅 button 係唔同嘅喎。OK，咁變咗我哋而家嘅揀咧，除咗係邊一個 button、邊一種 button 之外咧，而家我哋係有兩個 system， 一個就係 Mac 嘅機，一個就係 Windows。咁變咗我哋係有兩個 family 或者三個 family 或者四個 family of 一啲 related 嘅 buttons 需要 create。咁我哋咧就可以用一個叫做 abstract factory 嘅 method。呢個 abstract factory 即係話we get another layer of abstractions。For example，如果譬如我哋有一個 button 嘅時候咧，我哋係一樣係會有一個 interface 就係嗰啲 button 啦，然之後咧如果係 Windows 嘅，我哋係會有一個嘅 concrete 嘅 product 啦，呢個 concrete product 係 implement 呢一個 interface。咁然之後咧，到個 concrete factory 咧就會 call 嗰啲 method 去 create new button 啦，又或者去 paint 呢個 new button 咁樣。OK， 咁嗱，如果喺個 factory method 嚟講咧，你而家睇我呢隻手咧，就係大約呢一個位括住。即係呢一個細細嘅框咧，就係括住 factory method 嘅東西。但係如果我有多個 family， 有個 OS X 嘅時候咧，咁我就需要加埋呢個啦，同埋呢度，同埋呢一個 interface。咁兩個唔同嘅 concrete factory 咧，係去 implement factory 嘅 interface。咁然之後咧，右手邊呢度咧 window button 啊 OS X button 咧，呢啲就係去 create 去 implement 個 interface 咧，呢個就係同factory method 係冇乜分別。咁所以當我哋通常我哋加個字叫 abstract 嘅時候咧，好多時咧我哋就係會加多個 layer of 嗰啲 interface， 同埋咧我哋會有啲嘅 concrete 嘅 class 去 implement 嗰個 interface。咁所以呢一個咧就即係多咗呢一個啦，同埋呢一個同埋呢個咧，就令到我哋係可以deal with 兩個 family 啦。咁如果我需要三個 family 咧 ，let's say 如果 Android 我又加埋落嚟咧，咁我哋可能咧喺呢度就加多個 Android family 去 implement 呢個 GUI factory 嘅 interface。咁然之後咧有個 Android button 咧係去 implement 呢一個 button 嘅 interface。咁喺嗰個 application 嗰度咧就會係相對嚟講係容易啦。譬如 let's say this is our abstract factory code. What it would look like, the code would look like is you have the interface for the GUI factory, and we have multiple concrete factory implementing the interface. Okay, and we would have each object. So this part's the same as factory method. We have a window button implementing a button, or the OSX button implementing button. So now, this part, if we have to switch our app from Windows to OS X, all we need to change is these two lines. Okay, so I read from the config file to find out what is the OS type. If assuming OS type 0 means Windows, non-zero means OS X. We can, if later on we want to expand it to deal with Android family, then we would say if sys equals 0, then return new factory. If equals 1, OS X factory. Equals 2, Android factory. So you can change very little code. So now we see that the use of abstract factory actually require you to think more in terms of using interface. You will need to create an interface, okay? But after creating it, new changes will be quite easy, okay? and you just modify a few lines. Of course, you still need to add a class Android button implements button, okay? And you also need to add a class Android factory implements GUI factory 其實呢條題目都可以試到大家明唔明嘅喎 ，OK？ 即係話，譬如我俾一段咁樣嘅曲大家，我話如果我而家要將呢一段曲 support 埋 Android factory 嘅話咧，即係 Android 嘅 GUI， 咁係會有啲咩嘢咧？咁大家就可以喺呢度，即係譬如呢一度加句啦，呢一度加一個 class 啦，呢度又加一個 class。咁但係個好處並唔係話因為唔使加嘢，但係咧呢個係純粹係 incremental 咁樣加，即係淨係加上去。如果我哋唔用呢一個 pattern 嘅話咧，我哋就要喐埋之前嗰啲曲咯。但係如果而家嘅好處咧，就淨係加嘢上面，即係淨係搭上面，因為我哋已經有個 skeleton 咧，係俾我哋係隨時 ready 去加呢一個嘅 let's say Android factory 啊。咁我諗如果大家係冇呢一個結構嘅時候咧，可能咧你 imagine 你嘅曲將會點咧？可能你 imagine 你嘅曲咧，可能喺好多度地方咧，你會 set 咗有一個 global variable 或者 global value， 又或者你可能 read from config file read 好多次，就係咧你每一次create 一個 button 嘅時候咧，你就要去 check 一 check 依家係邊一個 OS type 啊咁樣。但係如果而家有咗呢一個嘅時候咧，就唔需要話每一度都改好多曲咯，即係而家嘅改咧係啲曲冇短到，但係易改咗，係由於有嗰個 structure 一個好清晰嘅 structure。Okay? So let's take a short break, a 5-minute break before we finish.